Hello students, I am Vijay Kumar Patel, PGT Chemistry, present here for the discussion for class 12, unit number 3, electrochemistry. Students, in my previous lecture, I have told you about some basic terms of the conductance of solutions, that was also known as electrolytic conductance. So in that lecture, we have studied about the conductance, conductivity, resistance, resistivity. In today's lecture, we will see how can we calculate the conductivity of a solution. So, to calculate the conductivity of solution, a device is known as conductivity cell. Okay, so in that conductivity cell, by using that conductivity cell, we can calculate the conductivity of any solution. So, how can we use that device or that setup? So conductivity cell, it is nothing else, just a structure you can see in the different types of conductivity cell are available in market. Here I am just assuming that this is not, it's a beaker. Suppose this one is conductivity cell. So in this conductivity cell, we will use this conductivity cell two times. First with a standard solution, second with a known solution. So we will use this conductivity cell two times. How two times? First with known solutions, okay, and second time we will use with unknown solution. See how. So before starting this conductivity cell, let's discuss about cell constant. What is this cell constant? This cell constant is a ratio of length and area of cross section. Okay, so in this area of cross section, now one thing is more here, we should know this thing. Cell constant, since it is a ratio, so in metals we can make length 1 centimeter exactly and the area of cross section 1 centimeter square exactly, we can prepare. But in case of solution, it is quite difficult to prepare a container which has exactly the length 1 centimeter and the area of cross section 1 centimeter square, or ultimately the volume it should be 1 centimeter cube. It is very difficult because sometimes some errors may be possible. So we have to find one constant. Okay, that constant is known as cell constant. So this cell constant, this is the ratio of length and area of cross section of a cell, because if we are going to calculate the conductivity of solution in this beaker, suppose we fill this beaker with water, so it will be difficult to take length 1 centimeter and area of cross section also 1 centimeter. Okay, it means the volume of this solution, it should be 1 centimeter cube. This unit volume is quite impossible. We can say it's quite impossible. That's why we use cell constant to manipulate that error. Okay, so here this is cell constant G star, this one is equal to L by A, or this cell constant, it is the product of resistance and conductivity. Remember these words: resistance, resistivity, conductance, conductivity. Four different terms are there. Resistance means R, resistivity it is rho, conductance G, conductivity kappa. So what we will use here? We will use here resistance and conductivity. So this cell constant, it is equal to the product of resistance and conductivity. So here, to calculate cell constant, we must know these two values. Now how can we calculate these two values? So now come to cell constant. In this cell constant, the solution is filled, that solution is known. Known means what? The molarity of this solution, it is known. Suppose we are using 0.1 molar solution. Okay, the molarity of solution, it is 1 molar. So how can we calculate this cell constant? First, a 0.1 molar solution of KCl, potassium chloride, it is filled in conductivity cell. Then this conductivity cell is placed in Wheatstone bridge. In this Wheatstone bridge, you can study about Wheatstone bridge in physics in detail. Here I'm in very short I'm explaining this Wheatstone bridge. Here we use 4 resistors, means R1 resistor, R3, R4 and R2, R1, R2, R3, R4. So we take these resistors in series combination and parallel combination. So here in place of R2 we are going to place conductivity cell. Okay, so KCl 0.1 molar KCl is filled here. Then R1, its resistance, it is known because it's a resistance box. Okay, in physics you can see it in detail. R1 is known. R3 and R4, if you see that Wheatstone bridge, from there you can find the value of R3 and R4. So if we set resistors in this form, and this is a detector, what is the role of detector? This detector is used to detect the balanced point. Okay, balanced point means the ratio of R1 and R2, it should be equal to R3 and R4. So different type of detectors are there. Some of them are headphone, some are digital detectors. So here the ratio of R1 and R2, it is equal to the ratio of R3 and R4 in balanced point, balanced condition. So in balanced condition the ratio is equal. From here we can find the value of R2. R2 is equal to R1 into R4 divided by R3. So here we can calculate resistance of this conductivity cell. So see what we have done here. First we take 0.1 molar KCl solution in this conductivity cell. Then we will place this conductivity cell here and we will find the balance point by using detector. So in balance condition the ratio is this. So from this relation we can calculate the resistance of this solution. What we have calculated? We have calculated the resistance of the solution which is filled in this conductivity cell. So this resistance is known, this is known as R. First what we are going to calculate? To calculate the conductivity of unknown solution, we will do it in two steps. First we will calculate cell constant, later we will calculate conductivity. To calculate cell constant we must know resistance and conductivity. So how can we calculate this resistance? By using this conductivity cell. So R1, now R1 we have the value of R, this R resistance, that is R2. So resistance we know. Conductivity, so already the scientist which is known as the Kohlraasch, he has calculated the conductivity of KCl solution at different temperatures and different concentrations. So from that table we can find the conductivity of 0.1 molar KCl solution. It means if we this Wheatstone bridge, okay, so if we calculate this R2 at 25 degrees C, means 298 K, at that temperature and this concentration, the conductivity of KCl solution, it was also given by Kohlraasch. So from that table we can find the value of conductivity of 0.1 molar KCl. So in this way we have conductivity and R also. Again resistance, we are calculating resistance. This one is for standard solution. Okay, resistance from Wheatstone bridge and conductivity from Kohlraasch table. Okay, so from there we can find these two values. Place these values here and you will find cell constant. Now second step. Now cell constant of this conductivity cell, we know it. Okay. So second task is now, since we know the cell constant here, the cell constant of this conductivity cell, it is known. So second step, what we will do here, now we will fill this conductivity cell with a solution for which we are going to calculate conductivity. Means now if the question is calculate the conductivity of 0.5 molar KCl solution. Okay, what? Calculate the conductivity of 0.5 molar KCl solution. Then what we will do here? First, we will take 0.1 molar KCl solution in this cell, place here, find resistance from Kohlraasch table, calculate conductivity, place value, find cell constant. Second step, now remove that 0.1 molar KCl solution, fill this conductivity cell with this 0.5 molar KCl solution. Okay, then since we know the cell constant for this conductivity cell, we know. Okay, so second step, again the relation is same, but in second step the cell constant, it is known, cell constant, it is known for conductivity cell. We have to find either R or K, since we are going to calculate conductivity or kappa, so we know the resistance of this cell. So if the resistance of this solution is given, then we can calculate conductivity of the cell. Okay, so the measurement of conductivity of a solution, it is done by in two steps. First step is with standard solution of KCl. Second step is with the solution or unknown solution. First with KCl, second with unknown solution. With KCl, fill KCl solution of known molarity, place here, find resistance. This one is resistance for this KCl solution. Conductivity already given by Kohlraasch. Place this value, find cell constant for this cell. Now remove KCl solution, fill unknown solution. Okay, unknown solution, it may be of KCl, maybe of NaCl, maybe any solution. So fill this conductivity cell with second solution, cell constant, since we have already know cell constant, if the resistance of this solution is given, we can calculate kappa. So to understand this process, we will do a numerical resistance of a conductivity cell filled with 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution is 100 ohm. It means what is given here? Resistance of conductivity cell filled with 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution. So here what in given for 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution, what is given? Resistance is given. That resistance is 100 ohm. If the resistance of the same cell when filled with 0.2 mole per liter KCl solution, now here solution is changed. In place of 0.1 molar, we have taken 0.02 molar KCl solution. So here for 0.02 mole per liter KCl solution, if the resistance is 520 ohm, R resistance is given 520 ohm. Calculate conductivity and molar conductivity of 0.2 mole per liter solution. So for 0.2 mole per liter solution, what we have to calculate? Conductivity kappa and molar conductivity, that is lambda m. Then next, the conductivity of 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution, means 0.1 mole per liter KCl solution, the conductivity is given, and that is 1.29 Siemens per meter. So conductivity is given here. So now we will write separately the given things. We have two different solutions, so we will write the given things for these two different solutions separately. Now how can we calculate the conductivity? So we know the formula, that is GR, it is equal to R into K. How can we calculate conductivity? So conductivity, it is equal to cell constant by R. R is given but cell constant is not given. And how can we calculate cell constant? By using resistance and conductivity. So by using this solution, okay, I talked about this solution of known solution. So by using this solution, first we will calculate cell constant, later we will calculate kappa. So see, cell constant, it is equal to resistance into conductivity. Now this cell constant is calculated by using this solution. So for this solution, R is 100 ohm and conductivity is 1.29. So write this value and solve. This one is 129 meter inverse. Then next thing is conductivity. So the conductivity, it is equal to now the conductivity. What conductivity for this solution? Now we are going to calculate conductivity for this solution. So the conductivity, it is equal to cell constant by R. For this solution, cell constant we have calculated, R it is given. So the conductivity kappa, it will be equal to cell constant by resistance 129 by 520. These are given values, 520 and 129. So the answer will be 0.248 Siemens meter inverse. This is the conductivity of this cell. Now to calculate molar conductivity, since the formula of molar conductivity is lambda m equal to K into kappa into 1000 by C. See, what is molar conductivity? It is nothing else, just the conductivity of a solution which has 1 mole electrolyte dissolved. Means generally we dissolve electrolyte in solution now, and the volume is 1 liter. So the volume, the conductivity of a 1 mole solution, simple thing. Take water, here for example, take this beaker, fill water, 1 mole of electrolyte, it is dissolved. So the conductivity is known as molar conductivity. So simple, the conductivity of 1 mole solution is molar conductivity, and it is calculated by this formula, kappa into C by concentration. Concentration, it should be in mole per liter. So the concentration is given 0.02 mole per liter. 1000 it is here. We have to know only kappa. So kappa, it is present in meter, and since liter means centimeter cube, so we have to convert this meter into centimeter. So it will be like this. So the conductivity in terms of meter, it will be 0.248 Siemens meter inverse. In terms of centimeter, it will be 0.248 into 10 power minus 2 Siemens centimeter inverse. And the molar conductivity, since the formula of molar conductivity, it is lambda m into kappa into 1000 equal to kappa into 1000 by C. Value of kappa is this. From here you can place this value, 0.248 into 10 power minus 2 into 1000 divided by C is a concentration, and the concentration is, this concentration is given 0.02 mole per liter. So the answer will be 124 Siemens centimeter square mole inverse. Now one thing you should remember here, what is that thing? During the discussion for measurement of conductivity of electrolyte in conductivity cell, we used that cell in two times. First with standard solution, second for unknown solution. So this is the standard solution for which I was talking, okay, and say this one is unknown solution. So here, how can we calculate R? By using Wheatstone bridge. How can we calculate conductivity cell? By Kohlraasch law. From there we can find cell constant. Then for a known solution, if R is given, then we can calculate kappa. So cell constant we calculated, conductivity in this way we can calculate. So that's all for today's discussion.